Entering the 2018 season, the mindset of our football team isn't different, really. I know we had some success in 2017 from the standpoint of more success than we've had in the previous years, not the level of success that we ultimately want. But as far as our mindset and the message, that is no different. 2 years ago, I stood in front of our team for the first time as the head football coach, and I talked about three things, and that was focus on your vision, not your circumstance. And we talked a lot about our vision, and ours is to glorify God in the pursuit of earning a degree, building lasting relationships, and competing for PAC championships. So the mindset of our guys of where we want to go as a program is no different than last year or the year before. The second thing we talk about is process, and we just say see a little and one day we'll see a lot. So I think our mindset from the standpoint of where we're at in the process is different from just the idea that a little more confidence in the process and how we're improving and mastering our alignment, assignment, read technique, how we're improving and giving effort every rep with no loaf. So the message is no different, but I think just from the standpoint of our mindset of where we're at in that process is different. And the third thing is love. Each of us needs all of us. We all have to speak the same language, and our seniors, especially our captains, have done a great job getting that message to our young players. So we talk brick by brick, because brick by brick encompasses vision, process, and love. And the mindset is to just continue building one brick at a time. We have high expectations for our offense heading into this season. And the reason for that is we tell our young men, once you accomplish something and you lay a brick in this program, you can't go backwards. That has to become a standard. And looking at the offense, we have Wesley Schools returning, who ran for over 1,000 yards last year. 4 of the 5 linemen who blocked in front of him, 4 of those guys, Salvatore Spinoza, Dalton Callahan, Jeff Matthews, Matt Villers, those 4 linemen return as starters up front. Jared Reppert was our starting tight end and H-back, who really is an extra blocker really for us in a lot of ways. So all of those guys back, and we led the conference in rushing in conference play a season ago. So with those guys back, we have high expectations for our run game. And in the pass game, we returned Cody Gustafson, who was the newcomer of the year and finished in the top 3 in both receptions and yards a season ago as a freshman. And the quarterback who threw to him, Randall Labrie, is back, who our young men on the team this spring voted him to be a captain as a junior just because of how much they respect his leadership at the quarterback position. So with all of those guys returning, we have high expectations and expect how we did a season ago becomes a standard, and we build upon it. I've really been excited about the way Coach Lonnie has put a defense together that fits our personnel. Starting in the secondary, we return Jacob Ross and Jackson McFall at corner. They both started as sophomores a season ago, and Patrick Mark started at safety as a freshman. So we're excited about that unit, and Dan Jackson, who's going to move back to safety for us, who has started a number of different positions during his career here at Grove City. So we return experience in the secondary. The linebacker position, we have 2 of our captains. Ethan Conto and Sam Henson are both captains, and we have their leadership at the linebacker position. And up front, we return a young man, Connor Lowe, who missed all of last season, but 2 years ago, a lot of people who watched us had mentioned to me how much he stood out as really one of the best players, not only on our team, but on the defensive line, as good as anyone in our conference. So we have a lot returning. On top of that, a lot of position battles at defensive end, outside linebacker that we look forward to seeing in camp, and there's a number of guys who will be competing at those slots. With the vision we have, if we're going to turn that vision to reality, we're going to play in a lot of close football games, and special teams will be really the determining factor in a lot of those games. And we return our kicker, Mitch Kauser, who had a very successful 2017 campaign, along with Caleb Brake as our punter, who started as a freshman last year and really did a great job for us serving in that role. Tyler Gustafson is our holder, and he's back, so that's an important aspect, along with Chris Wolf, who's our long snapper. So a lot of returning parts, and even in our return game, Jacob Ross, our returner's back. So we return everybody on those aspects of the special teams, and we expect them to make plays to help us decide close football games this year. You can look at the President's Athletic Conference this year heading into the football season and really look at it and say the conference has never been stronger. And the reason I say that is having 2 teams win a playoff game last year, it's hard to do in any conference across the nation, and very excited that our conference did it. For us, last year we jumped from 10th in the league and we finished the year in 5th. So we climbed a lot of teams in the conference standings, and our vision's the same, the process is the same. We expect if we just do our part and we continue to get better in our fundamentals and our effort, that we're just going to continue to build upon some of the success from the standpoint of improvement we saw last year, and we hope to continue that improvement into 2018.